What's going on, family? This is True to the Shrek. Get y'all ready with another weekly watch this video for the upcoming week. Hope you all had a good Cupid's Day. We did not have any trading on Monday. Markets was closed. However, future markets was open. We're going to jump straight into this watch. This first, I want to say we do have OPEX this week, options expiration week on Friday, and we do have a few red news to be mindful of. With that being said, on Wednesday, February 18th, we got FOMC meeting minutes. February 19th on Thursday, we have unemployment claims. And finally, on Friday, February 20th, we have advanced GDP, flash manufacturing PMI, and flash services PMI. Going into this week, would not be surprised if we get more downside. So just keep that in mind when looking at these setups I'm about to get into as of right now. So the first setup I'm going to talk about is BMY. BMY. So what I like about BMY is, first and foremost, BNY has been full time frame continuity to the upside all year, which the year just started. But all year, we do have the opportunity to go two up continuation above the previous year high at 63.33. On the month, we are two up on the month as well. I do want to note we are coming up close into some, selling areas, some selling zones. But there's something in particular I do want to point out about BNY that I also like, that I noticed with price action. On the week, we do have an inside week, hammer up. So we got that Momo hammer up. Hopefully, we want to get above the previous week high and then tackle that previous year high at 63.33. Finally, we do have a bullish pennant sitting on the daily. We had a nice run up on the previous week. The week before last, we had a nice run up, and then we consolidated slightly, almost closed Friday as an inside, but we did trigger two up on Friday. So now we got that two up continuation we are looking at on the daily time frame. So with that being said, what I do notice about price action a lot is when price is ready to make that next leg up above significant ranges or significant levels, it will consolidate before it do so. It will consolidate at that range. So again, here we are, 61.08. This is an area where price sold off hard, right? And we got through that area, and now we got the well-deserved pullback, that nice breather. But we didn't pull back in force. We pulled back. It just trickled down and closed strong on Friday. So we're looking for that two-up continuation, and that will be calls above. That be calls above $60.95. We do want to target $62.05, and then again 63.33. And after that, could go way higher. Again, we just want to be mindful of that range in that area. Price has memory. Here's that range in that area once again, showing itself and showing you what price did at that range. But once we get above that, we want to target 63.89. And BMY is one of those stocks where you can have a monthly contract. If it moves like 10 cents, you get like a 30 cent, 40 cent day that could move those monthlies into 50 to 100% pretty easy. So real simple setup with BMI, and that would be the first ticker I'll be watching. The second ticker I will be watching is Nike. Haven't traded Nike in a long time, but I just can't ignore the setup that's happening. So let's just break it down. First and foremost, Nike on the quarter. We are sitting in the buying range from a very long time ago. Let's talk about 2015 and January 2016 range. So we are sitting in those buying range. As you can see, let me clear this. Just want to remove all drawings, right? So look at this buying range that we got, right? Here we are. I look for these ranges. I like looking for these ranges because they are very reactive, and they let me know what the higher time frames are doing. Not only let me know what the higher time frames are doing, they let me know what the institutions are doing at these levels. Price consolidated here for several months before it rocketed. Even when we pulled back here, 2020, it swept and created a long wick back to the upside, and they purchased it and brung it up higher ever since, going into 2021, 2022. Come back now, 2026, we are back at this range. Not saying we're going to get that huge spike back to the upside, but it can catch us a little buy-in, a little run-up, or whatever have you. So we are sitting inside quarter. No continuity on this one, but and we also sitting fell 2 down on the month. Now this month we already halfway through the month, so we want to see how we close on this month. But if we stay fell 2 down, we go for that 2-2 rev going into March. And if we get the pump in the next 2 weeks, we could go 2-1-2 rev, well 3-1-2 rev back to the upside above 67.13. So that's something we want to look out for. Let's check out this 3 week. We got a 2 down on the 3 week. New 3 week opens Tuesday for the 2-2 rev. 2 week open on Tuesday as well for the 2-2 rev. We got a fail 2 down on the 2 week. And we got our weekly time frame. Now the weekly time frame is what really stands out to me. And another confluence of that and reasoning for this trade is we are sitting in the OTE. So price got bought up out the optimal buying zone, the ultimate discount, and created that 2-1. So now we got a 2-1-2 setup. So I'll be looking for 2-1-2 calls above 64.19, or you can do calls above 63.38, which would be a 2-up continuation to take out these highs. Ultimately, we want to target previous week high 64.58, and then we want to target 67.13, which is up here. We could get a little turbulence in this range, but ultimately we want to target 67.13, and our last target would be, well, our last two targets would be 68.20 and 69.14. So 69.14 right there. So I really like this setup. Be patient with this one. I wouldn't go with no time less than the 20 March, probably 70 Cs. I wouldn't go no time less than that. But this looks very explosive. I like the way the weekly did not drop in force. Lets us know that buying is happening. We got those wicks coming out the OTE zone. Also, if you pay attention to 59.58, this range, what happened? Price got bought up in that range as well. So will we see one of these? I mean, who knows? But we are in that range, and the setup is there, and we like it. 4-day is beautiful. 2-2 rev on a 4-day. New 4-day open up on the 19th. We got a 2-2 rev on a 3-day as well. So we got a bunch of triggers setting up. 2-2 rev on a 2-day. Opens up February 17th. So a lot of stuff is pointing to the upside. I wouldn't hesitate on this one. But again, Nike could be a little iffy. But again, the setup is there. Next ticker I'm going to talk about is Net. So been watching Net for a while now as well. Fell 2 down on the month. We got the opportunity to go outside, double outside month. If we take out 218.22, again, we take out 218.22, we go outside month. If not, if we close strong, we go 2-2 rev to take out that previous month high. So not bad looking there. Real simple setup on a weekly would be, we went 2-2 rev in force on a week. So we're just looking for that 2-up continuation. I believe the 3 week also stands out with this. 3 week is also outside. 2 week got a 2-2 rev. And again, we opened up February 17th for that another 2 week. We could go outside week as well. So a lot of triggers that could go triple outside 2 week if we trigger that 2 week high. We're just sitting at 218.22, and that would be crazy. That would be extra confirmation for the 3-2 up if we go outside 2 week this week. A real simple setup again. I love how price is holding the previous month low. Between the previous month low and previous week low, we are holding this previous supply area here. I'm liking how we swept those lows and popped back to the upside. We got a nice situation happening on the 4-day. We got a nice 3-1-2. We get another 4-day on the 19th. We could go 3-2 up on a 4-day. 3-day is ready in force, and we got a 2-1 on the 2-day as well. And finally, in our daily, we got a nice pennant on a daily, which is a 2-1-2. So we want calls above this 2-1-2 on the daily, which was put as calls above 198.87. And for net, we want to target 206, 218, 224, and 224 and 244.50. So 244, 236 could be a target as well. Just get this one. But we really want to hit the 218.22. Next tick I'm gonna talk about is NVO. Now, healthcare has been pretty bullish with J&J, PFE. We've been seeing MRK hit some new highs. NVO been, under the radar. Uh, it doesn't have contributed upside. It's been beat down pretty much. What I noticed is price is picking up out of this previous month low. And let's look at the 12 month. We had some pretty yearly lows. So we got the previous year lows that we price picked up or wicked out of as well, meaning buyers were sitting down there. Buyers was also sitting at the quarter lows. So you look at the last three candles, we got wicks. If I remove this box, you can see it a little bit better. Got that wicks between the 58.88 and 43.08. So that's pretty much important to me as well. Let me know that price is starting to accumulate or buyers are setting a bids there as well. We don't have a strong month so far, so we are getting a discounted entry. This could take a while to get going. I don't think this could go. I mean, it don't matter what I think, but you might want to just buy insurance on this one. Weekly 2-1. It still have potential to go 2-1-2 back to the downside. And if it does, I would just cut at 43.08 at previous week low. But I'm looking for some upside on this one, being that we are coming out of a buying area. We got a 2-1, so we did form a pennant here. Price was sideways all last week all last week was sideways, so that's why I got that inside, and we got the 2-1 set up for us to get in on this. So 2-1-2 above $49.84. We want to target that previous year close, previous month close. We want to target 50% of this bar, which is, I believe, is 54.30 if my calculations is correct. Yes, that's 54.30. And we want to see what happens from there. Get back up to these highs. Previous month close was 59.43. Again, real simple setup. Been a lagger of the XLV sector. This is in a buying area, very cheap, but just buy some time with this one. Last but not least, Lumen. I haven't traded Lumen in a long time. It's another one I haven't traded in quite a time, but the contracts move pretty well. Lumen had a pennant. It broke below that. It went 3-2 down, swept the lows, and tried to come back up. So that's very significant to me on a monthly. Let me know that buyers again stepped in on that $7.35. So that's something we want to look out for. Double outside, 3-week, two down on a 2-week, again sweeping those lows, coming back up. So we want that 2-2 rev on the 2-week as well, and we want that 2-1-2 reversal back to the upside. Been consolidating for some time, so we want to get back up to these highs. We want to reclaim these highs of $11.39. 4 day already went 2 up, 3 day already went 2 up, 2 day already went 2 up, and the daily went 2 up. And just because I don't like continuations, but because we are just now getting out of this consolidation area, we're looking for calls above $8.40. Again, to tackle that PMC, $8.82. We get even eventually hit the 908. And then we want to get back up to that 955, which is the previous week high, and see what happens from there. Could see some turbulence around PMH and PWH, but we'll see what happens after we get above those highs. Once we get above those highs, I can see us hitting $10.50 and then back to $11.39. Well, I expect to be some more turbulence, at least between $11.39 and $11.95. That wraps up my watch list. Hope you all, let's make some money this week, and I'll see y'all next week. All right, peace.